UvaldeRadio.net. It is Friday Night Live. We are at Broadway, 830, 100 East Main Street, downtown Uvalde. Y'all make some noise. Woo. We are live and on the air here, and it is a beautiful night in downtown Uvalde. Also, Foursquare Friday, so if you're local, we're going to do some late-night shopping, enjoy some food and drink, maybe some live music. It'll be scattered throughout the downtown district, but there's certainly live music tonight at Broadway, 830, Friday Night Live. Our good friend, he's returned. The prodigal son comes home. Mr. Weston Ripps. It's been a while.
Hey, thank you. Yeah, it has.
And I know you've been busy too, man. Everything's been crazy, right?
Life is good. Life is good.
So, so you made the trip in from Castroville, not too far, but not just down the street. So, what was the trip in like today? Crazy traffic, or
the traffic lights slow you down, but other than that, it's easy going.
Castroville, the most famous speed traps in Texas, are in Castroville. That hill descending.
That's what I hear. I don't go through it as much because I take back roads. I know the secret routes around Castroville.
Did we talk about that yet? My very first speeding ticket was in Castroville, Texas. Yeah.
I don't think you mentioned that.
Yeah, coming from Uvalde, down whenever you're, because it's like 70, 65, 55, 40, 40. Then it's on you're 20 miles an hour.
Well, you come down the biggest hill in the area, and it's 40 at the end.
You're zipping through, and it's what just happened?
Yeah.
So that to me, that's when I think Castroville, I think speed trap.
And they sit at the bottom of the hill and wait for you.
They're better than they used to be, though.
That's true.
I don't think. I think in general, policemen, cops in general, just don't.
Oh yeah.
They don't make it as obvious as they used to. So
right.
That's good stuff. But anyway, no matter the trip or the, it's just really cool to have you back, man. So
yeah, no, I'm glad to be back. It's been a while, and I know you guys have been busy over here too.
Oh my Lord, so much going on, man. I mean, you follow us on Facebook, so we've grown exponentially with as far as what we're doing and making it accomplished. So it's good to have Friday Night Live back, but I'll tell you what, that little winter break, I didn't mind it at all.
Yeah.
Normally I'm the kind of guy that's no, I never want to stop, let's keep going. But it's no. 2 or 3 months off, nice.
Oh, yeah.
But so Weston, we're going to get caught up on what's up with you. We got a brand new song that we've been playing, Be My Lover, which is kind of a sexy song.
Yeah, a little
by your standards. I mean, you do some sultry stuff, but it's it's one of those. So we'll talk about that. But right now, let's go ahead and do one of the standards. Let's do Hope That's All Right. Hope That's All Right.
Oh, one of my favorites.
All right, so one of the early tracks you heard here on Uvalde Radio. This is Weston Ripps, Hope That's All Right, and we're at Friday Night Live with UvaldeRadio.net.
Tired of all the things in the way. Why is it so hard to enjoy the little things? Craziness was not part of the plan. Misdiagnosed when our love first began. The 3 kids, our hands are full, and Lord knows we're thankful, but we need some time alone to take it all in. Baby, let's go take a drive. All I need is you by my side. One hand on the wheel, one on your thigh. Don't know where we're going, hope that's alright. Hope that's alright. We could head up that busy 35, stopping green and do the night ride. Or take 37 south until it ends. Stick our feet in the sand, watch the waves roll in. They say it's temporary, I say it's necessary that we get some time alone to take it all in. Baby, let's go take a drive. All I need is you by my side. One hand on the wheel, one on your thigh. Don't know where we're going, hope that's alright. Hope that's alright. Don't know where we're going, hope that's alright. Hope that's alright. Baby, let's go take a drive. All I need is you by my side. One hand on the wheel, one on your thigh. Don't know where we're going, hope that's alright. as you by my side.
UvaldeRadio.net, Friday Night Live at Broadway 830. It's the Rising Stars of Texas Music every Friday night here at Broadway 830, the address 100 East Main Street, downtown Uvalde. And tonight's featured artist is Mr. Weston Ripps, our neighbor from Castroville. One more time for Weston. I believe that's the first song we ever played on UvaldeRadio.net from you. Hope that's all right. One of the early radio releases that you put out there.
It was my first radio release as a solo artist.
Yeah, very cool, man. So let's go ahead and get caught up, man. So, Weston, you're from Castroville. I know you've got kind of a home recording studio. Not only do you record your own stuff, but you also record for others in the region and area. How has that all been? How's that? First of all, give us the backstory and to get us caught up. What's going on?
Yeah, so for a while there, from 2015 to 2020, pretty much, I was writing for TV ads and film from my studio. It's a project studio. It's next to my house, and in between now and then, I started recording some other artists. One of the main ones that I worked with was Garrett Talamantes, and another friend of mine, Boone Holding, out of I don't know if you've met Boone or not, but kind of a Todd Snyder style. But
I love Todd Snyder.
Yeah, I've worked with him most recently.
I love Todd Snyder when he's not high and drunk on stage.
Yeah, right.
Because that gets a little nutty, a little hard to work with.
So yeah, I produced those guys. TV ads and film kind of took a back seat to that. More recently, this past year, I've been teaching at my son's private school. It's more of a large homeschool co-op in Hondo.
Oh, wow.
And I'm there Monday through Thursday, so I've kind of taken slowed down on other productions.
So teaching music or something else?
Well, I'm teaching music in 4th grade out there right now.
Wow,
yeah,
cool. So the whole 4th grade. That's cool.
The whole 4th. There's, I have 12 students, and it's good. It's good. All 3 of my boys are there. They've been asking me to do it since I resigned from teaching back in 2015, and I told them, once all my kids are there, I'll give it a go for a little bit. And
so what's that like? Is it Mr. Ripps?
Yeah,
Mr. Ripps?
Mr. Ripps, yeah.
Wow.
But it is a little awkward. I get a student or someone that wants to buy a T-shirt, or they go watch me on YouTube, or
you're the cool teacher though.
Well, I guess.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's cool, and I don't expect to be doing it long term. It's a unique opportunity to be around my kids at a great age.
Sure.
And it's one of those I will regret passing up if I don't just do it for a little bit here. So
it'd been a gap between your teaching now and before.
I used to teach downtown SAISD. Yes,
so did you have to brush up, or what did you do to get geared up for that gig, for the new teaching gig?
Not much. I mean, I've been doing private lessons since, so I've worked with people nonstop. I've been a teacher, my adult life, so it's
I was just wondering if it's like a bicycle, some muscle memory there.
Yeah, but I'm riding it all the time teaching music, so it's not hard to jump back in.
Now, how have kids changed? I would think that every 5 or 10 years, man, they've got the technology, you know what I mean? And there's so many, and we're post-pandemic. The world's changed, right, since the last time you were in a classroom.
Yeah, but where I'm at, it's like went backwards in time. The kids and the parents, the families. We got a lot of people from D'Hanis, Savannah, Utopia, Hondo, Medina Valley area, Castroville, like me. I mean, it's a great mixture of good people. And I used to teach downtown San Antonio. Now that was different. So this is, I had to be.
So you've got engaged.
I've had to learn to be more of the fun uncle at the school. So so
instead of more of a disciplinary.
Right.
Gotcha.
Right. That was
and that's really what you want. You want the kids to be good automatically,
exactly.
And then you just mold them and teach them.
Right.
And because
there's a lot more instruction,
as opposed to some of those more inner city type situations where you're ending up being more of a babysitter / warden.
Well, and a lot of paperwork. There's a lot of documentation to all the kids, and I had 22. I mean, it was just a different monster.
Yeah, for sure. Because you got to document everything before anybody gets in trouble anymore. The teacher has to make sure they can prove that kid was being ornery, right?
There was a lot going on. I always thought I could have a music career while I taught, and whoa, boy, I was wrong.
Man, I'm learning so many cool things about you.
Oh yeah.
So again, it's Weston Ripps here, Friday Night Live, performing tonight around 7 o'clock. He'll be here on the patio till about 10, performing his original stuff and some cover tunes as well. So we always like how you mix up some good cover stuff, and give us an idea for those who haven't seen you do it live, what to expect from a Weston Ripps show.
Like you said, I do a range of originals, and then I go from 70s folk through I hit the 90s pretty hard, and then 80s country, and Texas country is dabble in a little of this, a little of that, and then throw in a few surprise songs.
Not only are you singing my song, you're singing all my songs. So that's good stuff. Weston Ripps is here tonight. Let's go ahead and do one of your songs tonight. You've got a brand new single on UvaldeRadio.net. It's a little different than what we've normally heard from you. I'm just going to tease that. But it is in rotation. But you did release a song called These Eyes before, so let's go ahead and get that one on. That's another song that our audience is more familiar with. Give us a little backstory on the song These Eyes.
So, a cool story about These Eyes and Be My Lover, the other single, the one I'm going to play here, is I wrote them both pretty much started them on the same day. They were both kind of love songs that started during the snowstorm of 2021 on Valentine's Day. Yeah. So I released both of them on Valentine's Day a year apart.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's
both
neat.
of them. So they're both just love songs that came out of that era, mixed with a little fiction and real life, both of them. So it's
And we
cool.
can say that Mrs. Ripps is the inspiration for these,
to both of them.
Very good.
Yep.
So how was she loving the attention of not only you writing songs, for her, but also releasing them, putting them out there? Obviously, you're proud of them, so she's got to be tickled, right?
She's we're different personalities, so of course, she's happy in her own way, tucked away in her introverted self.
I got you. You're the performer, right? She's a supporter. I get it.
Oh yeah. Well, so people get to know her through my work, I guess.
Very good. Well, let's go and get it on. This one's called These Eyes, and this is Weston Ripps. I'm sure you hear it performed live tonight. We are UvaldeRadio.net. This is Friday Night Live.
Weekend day, spin out on the sofa and doing all the things I just can't get enough of. It's the one day I look forward to, and I'm missing you like crazy. And here we are, you wondering how I feel about you. Look into these eyes when you're asking if I still love you. About my life or revolve it all around you. I don't need to see what I'd be without you in my life. I don't need to say any words, just look into these eyes, and I'm looking back at you. Sunday night, the power's been out for hours now, lit up with candlelight, and nothing else on but you and I. What does it take? Everything to be gone so we can be close. And here we are, you're wondering how I feel about you. Look into these eyes when you're asking if I still love you. When you're asking if I still love you, and think about my life or revolve it all around you. I don't need to see what I'd be without you in my life. I don't need to say any words, just look into these eyes, and I'm looking back at you. I'm looking back.
UvaldeRadio.net, Friday Night Live at Broadway 830 on a beautiful downtown Uvalde evening. Y'all make some noise! Track called These Eyes by Weston Ripps. Weston in from Castroville tonight. Looks like there's a birthday party going on tonight People got some pizza, some beer, some birthday cake, and some family shenanigans happening. So you're going to have a big old crowd out here in the patio tonight.
They're fixing to get some Weston Ripps.
Yeah, that's right, man. Going to get ripped at that birthday party. I don't care what that kid says. Probably a little kid. But, yeah, so Weston, we just did These Eyes. Again, you said that was kind of dedicated to your wife. And, yeah, you released those, your current single and that one a year apart on Valentine's Day. You're kind of a sappy dude, huh? That way, right?
Something about it. I don't know.
Now you said your wife's a little introverted. So how does she respond to putting out not only songs on Valentine's Day, but songs about her on Valentine's Day? Is she like, honey, I just, give me some candy and flowers, or does she like all the...
No, I think she's over it. I mean, it's, I've done love songs for, I have one of my songs that's kind of popular people that I know is a song called Melissa, which uses her name. I didn't release it. It's on my 2020 EP. But I think she's kind of numb to it now. It's it's one of those things like
just another song for my honey.
I think there's things she'd rather me do for instead of write her a song.
Wash the dishes, pick up your laundry.
Exactly, yeah.
Keep those towels off the floor. I get you. Sometimes the honeydews.
I get too much of my own pleasure from writing her a song. It's a little selfish, I guess.
Yeah, something that you don't get a pat on the back for sure. Again, we're here at Friday Night Live, Broadway 830. Let me talk about these April drink specials because they're just so fun to say. $5 Purple Bunny. It's got tequila, Curaco? I don't know how to say that. Razzmatazz, sweet and sour. It's pretty. I'm having one right now. Watch this. That's delicious. $5 Spring Buzz has pineapple vodka, agave lime juice, and pineapple juice. And then the $3 Gummy Bear Martini has rum, peach schnapps, and cranberry juice. They're all delicious, and they're your drink specials here at Broadway 830 tonight. So get some spring drinks in you, some delicious pizza, maybe a cold beer flight. Weston Ripps performing live. It's going to be a great time. So Weston's got his guitar out, and as it just happens, my favorite song by you, I don't have on this particular computer for our broadcast, so I figured why not ask you to do it live for us, right?
Will do.
So give us a little introduction because I love the way this song sounds on the radio, and the only thing that is better than that is hearing you do it live. So give us a little backstory on the song and go and let it rip, I guess.
I probably started writing it about 8 years ago. It was a brief for a TV show. Actually, they needed something that basically about someone dying, but a positive spin on it. And so I got to writing and kind of had the ideas from the stars from the get-go. But I had a verse and a chorus, and it kind of just set for a good 5 years or so. And then my grandma passed away recently, and I kid you not, being a pallbearer, helping carry the casket out of the Catholic Church, and those doors open up and you're the first one to walk out after the funeral, and the bells are straight above you and they are loud, and those church bells just struck a nerve, as you're carrying this and people are sobbing. It's one of those unique moments in life that's sad, but I wasn't so sad at the moment. I mean, my grandma lived a long life, and there's positive things, and then I was reminded of that, and that memory kept haunting me for a few days, so I sat down and kind of remembered that song and finished it up.
I mean, it's fantastic. It's a great song. I mean, it gives me chills just thinking about it. But then the timing of it, too. We're talking about just post-pandemic.
Oh, yeah.
And as far as Uvalde goes, and we've gone through a really crazy tragedy and lost some lives. So I think that this song just really resonates. I think there's something special, something serendipitous about the timing that you were inspired and make not only in your life, but maybe for others around you, too. But it is a fantastic song. So let's go and do it live for everybody. I'll stop bragging about it. But this is Weston Ripps live, Friday Night Live at Broadway 30 for UvaldeRadio.net.
So it came to this, the one I never wanted to miss. I could give away my life today, but I don't feel the need, 'cause I have your memories, and I had your love, and I know you're happy watching from the stars above. When life feels empty, I just look up, and I feel you with me watching from the stars above. So leave me a trail when I go, so I can find you. Through the pain, I find my way. No, I don't need to hurt, 'cause I have your memories, and I had your love, and I know you're happy watching from the stars above. When life feels empty, I just look up, and I feel you with me, watching from the stars above. Oh, I know you're watching over me, you're watching over me, so I can keep moving on. Watching over me, watching over me, so I can keep. I had your memories, and I had your love, and I know you're happy watching from the stars above. When life feels empty, oh, I just look up, and I feel you with me, watching from the stars above.
Weston Ripps live here at Friday Night Live at Broadway 830, 100 East Main Street, downtown Uvalde. If you're in Uvalde proper, local, get your butt on down here and see a great live show. Man, what a great song, man.
Appreciate it.
Amazing, just so moving. You know, I might put you on the spot because I'm realizing we're playing a lot of your slower stuff today.
Oh, yeah.
But you can rock out, man. So would you mind doing another song that was a little bit more upbeat, just so people get a good balance of what you're about? So we'll play your new single first, because we'll and give you a chance to rest your fingers in your voice. But let's go and get caught up on what's going on. What have you been up to recording-wise? Are you recording new stuff? Are you recording others? What's currently happening now?
So I just wrapped up last month a video. Chaparral Ford out of Divine and Lytle sponsored and produced
I saw
a
that video. It is so pro, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Didn't they do a great job?
Fantastic,
So yeah, I'll do that song next.
Cool.
And that song is also on the 2020 EP that I did in 2020. Backroad Home. My brother, that's a cool story. That's an old song that we started 15 years ago.
Wow.
And my brother helped me finish in 2020 for the album, for the EP.
It's got to be crazy seeing something that kind of started with roots so long ago, and now it's like a legit music video.
It's cool, yeah. And then we made a video. I mean, that video is awesome.
Now, how did this partnership happen with you said, is it Chaparral Ford?
Chaparral Ford. So they started a music series. They're doing a Texas music series, and I know, I'm pretty sure it has to do with their brand awareness and their way of, partnering up and helping artists, and artists helping them. And I think they're doing a great job. I think it's very smart. I mean, it's a company that's been around a long time, and so it's really bringing some attention to their brand.
Now, are you the only one that's done it so far? Are there other artists that are doing it?
They're doing more. They're trying to do. I know his goal was try to do about one a month, but they. They're pretty ambitious, and so I think they're going at it. So a lot of good artists in the area. I know they started with Gabe Garcia, and I know they're working with some other friends of mine. So it's going to be a good year.
So what was the video shoot like? Was it? Did you have a lot to do with it, or was it more their vision, or what was the balance there?
I like to collaborate. I don't like to have my own idea, so I really left it up to the producer and the director, and they took it and ran. And then I gave them some ideas, and then they used some, and then they had ideas, and it was a true good collaboration. But mine was unique because they rented out a space in Austin with pretty much unlimited lighting, which is awesome. We used back screens, and we brought a truck inside and used the truck, because the brand for Ford, and just made a full day of recording there. And then we did a separate day of tracking out in downtown San Antonio. So it looks great, the real mixed with the fake in there and the weirdness. We were trying to go for that 90s kind of cool vibe.
It's a really cool vibe video,
yeah.
And you know what, but I mean, now it's like you're spoiled, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you ever shoot another video, it's
yeah. And the producer, he doesn't like to do your just regular old, do what the song says, kind of, follow. It's your mind's already painting that picture. So I was on board, let's make it cool and different and throwback.
Save the story for radio. When they're doing their own little, mental soundtrack, right? Fantastic, man. Well, it is super. I saw it and I was like, dang, man. Weston must have, broke out the big bucks for this thing because it's real pro.
No, so, we partnered up on it, and it's great.
Where's the easiest place to find that and watch that video?
You can find that on Castroville Ford's webpage. They're actually going to hand over the video to me, so I'll be posting about it soon. But I just all the attention's going to them and their brand, and then they're going to give it to me, and I'll post it and upload it. You'll be able to find it on my page soon.
Very good. Okay, so any new music in the works? Are you recording anybody in the studio? What's up?
I am. I've had to pass on working some more with Garrett. Garrett has some good stuff coming out soon. Hopefully you see him around here. But just with my teaching during the week. But yes, I have a new album that I'm working on.
Awesome, very good.
Full length. So.
And do you have any? I mean, obviously it's in the early stages. Any like ETAs, like a date or a time that you're shooting for, maybe like.
As far as release for the full album, it could be as early as the late fall, end of the year.
Wow, okay.
Could be the fall or probably. It's most likely going to be early next year.
That's a timeline we can get behind, though. That's good stuff. All right, so what about any shows? You doing any? So obviously, you're doing a solo show for us here tonight. But how about the band? I know you got a full band you work with as well too.
I do. I mean, I'm doing a crazy amount of private parties. We're doing Castroville Ford. We're doing a car show out there.
Nice.
On, Saturday, March 6th, we're playing early, 10 a.m., and then we'll be at Castroville that night. So we're full band both morning and night. So,
those car dealers and brands, those guys like to spoil their people too.
Oh yeah.
They take good care of you. So that's a cool gig to have.
No, it's a good relationship. So I hope you see more from us.
So let's go ahead and you want to go and do another live one right now? A little snappier number here.
Let's do it. This is Backroad Home. This is the video you can go check out.
All right.
Meet me out in the country, out where time is still and thoughts are free. Meet me down by the water, down where words that flow so easily. I don't like the city lights, they don't guide me home. All I need is moonlight, lighting the way. And I don't mind your lies sometimes, they don't ease the pain. When I need to get right in my soul, I hit the back road home. I hit the back road home. Meet me under the starlight, out where nature sings a melody. Meet me down by the fire, where shadows dance in harmony. I don't like the city lights, they don't guide me home. All I need is moonlight, lighting the way. And I don't mind your lies sometimes, they don't ease the pain. When I need to get right in my soul, I hit the back road home. Meet me under the starlight, out where the night and I, we shoot the breeze. I don't like the city lights, they don't guide me home. All I need is moonlight, lighting the way. And I don't mind your lies sometimes, they don't ease the pain. When I need to get right in my soul, I hit the back road home. I hit the back road home.
Yeah! All right. Weston Ripps live at Friday Night Live, Broadway 830. That's the place to be. If you're in Uvalde, come on down here to downtown. It's also a Foursquare Friday, but you want to spend your time here on Broadway 830. Weston Ripps, man, I got to say this. We talked about, you have a deep well of musical influences, but he reminds me that you're kind of a rock guy at heart.
Yeah.
Because I'm so used to country, like legit only country genre performers we usually deal with. But the way you bang those strings, you play like an acoustic, like a rock guitar player, man. It's so cool. So, which brings me to this question: is you're working on new stuff? Like we talked about, you do a little Americana, a little country, a little rock. Where's the new direction? What the new stuff is? It still going to be just a little bit of everything, a mixed bag, or?
I think it is. I think it's going to be less rock than that song for sure. I think the older I get, the more nostalgic I am with the music that I want to play and be playing. So I'm taken back to the early years of the earliest music I remember being at the age of 4, 5, or 6. And the rock stuff was teenage years up into my 20s, and then it was kind of now what, and then it's funny how you go way back, and or at least I do, and that's where I'm at. I'm just the nostalgic style and the stuff, but blending it, of course, because I can't. I'm definitely no Randy Travis, even though I love him to death.
Speaking of new music, I mean, what is a guy like you who's been... music's had your ears from a very young age.
Oh, yeah.
What do you listen to that's new? I'm sure there's some new artists that are really surprising when people go, hey, I actually like Doja Cat, or
nothing mainstream or popular that people might know. And there's a guy, Colton Moore and the Clever Few. I mean, they're up by Dallas. A lot of that Texas rock that's underground but big. I really love the style of those guys. Thieving Birds, they've been out for a good decade or so, but that's a mixture of rock, Americana, blues, country. It's all there, and they're all Texas artists. So
but now you've got kids, and they've got to bring home some crap that you're like, okay, that's not that bad. I mean, you got any
They're not old enough yet.
I guess not, right?
They're not old enough yet, but they like some of the pop songs. They'll listen to the Imagine Dragons and stuff like that,
Gotcha.
Which I can respect on the rock side. I mean, I love the vocals, some of the songwriting. There's some stuff I could do without, but
good stuff. All right, man. Well, again, we got Weston Ripps. He's performing tonight here at Broadway 830. Tell everybody how to digest all your music and find you online, all the best places.
Any social media platform you can find me. Stream my music at Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, anywhere you can find Weston Ripps.
Right on. Well, find him online and find your butt in a chair here in the patio at Broadway 830 tonight. Let's go and, without further ado, get your new single on. It's called Be My Lover. We're going to go and play it, then we'll talk about it when we get done with it, okay? So y'all check this out. This is the current single by Weston Ripps, performing live here at Broadway 830. Be My Lover. This is UvaldeRadio.net.
You caught me staring at your lips. All the red wine does the trick. And if I leaned in, would it be a mutual thing? We'll see. Be my lover. Don't just be my lover, no, be mine forever. His demand is when she walks. Oh, if all these eyes could talk, and good music's brought us to the floor. One day this song will be ours. Be my lover, baby, be mine forever. But don't just be my lover, no, baby, be mine forever. We've shown this place the end of night. Can I offer you a ride home and walk you to your front door? nudge me in the morning. Be my lover. Does the trick.
UvaldeRadio.net, Friday Night Live, Weston Ripps, Be My Lover, released on Valentine's Day this year, and man, that is a sultry, sexy song there, Weston. It's good stuff, man.
I had some friends call me and tell me, thanks, Weston,
But wind down on a Friday night with some wine and the
hey,
sweet
honey,
sounds
check this
of
out.
Weston Ripps. Oh, yeah. But, so another great romantic song. You got more of those in the bag, or are you going to, what's the story
maybe not as dramatic, no. I really don't. I have some other that are just more on the songwriting side and not as personable in that way. But
So again, your last couple of releases have been a little on the sexy, lovey-dovey side. You told us a story about, being kind of in lockdown, freeze out. Is that like candlelight and wine, and the song just takes over, right?
Yeah, right.
How? Obviously, we know what happens when you're alone in the dark with a bottle of wine. What the output is there. But generally speaking, how do you approach songwriting? Is it just hanging out in the studio? Is it just anywhere it hits you?
I thought that would be the best option. The best option is on the mower, doing some job where you can just let your mind wander and just be loose to sing, driving, those kind of things. So when I was working in the studio the most is when my songwriting went the slowest. So getting out and doing other stuff and then coming back in and working when I'm in the studio is way more time valuable.
It's probably because you're in the studio and you're actually working on stuff, so you're editing and you're like math mode, if that makes sense. You're like working.
Right. Now I will say, if there's a brief or someone's like, hey, I need a song like this, I'll sit down and do that. That's different. But when you're free to wonder and it's hard to be focused and do. So I really like just frivolous, easy jobs that I can just think and sing and hum. And
when your mind wanders, it just takes you places.
Yeah,
so
and it's a good time to do it. It's hard to just sit around at a time when there's everything needs to get done, and you're like, let me sit and think of a song and let my mind wander. It's really hard to do. So you got to do it when you're actually doing something else.
Unfortunately, that's when I work best too. It's like whenever I'm supposed to be doing something else, that's when I'm like, oh no, my mind wants to do this right now. But now you touched on earlier in the very beginning of the interview that you've written some stuff for TV shows and soundtracks, whatnot. Go ahead and, since we didn't really expand on that during this interview, give us a reminder of some of the cool stuff you've done as far as where your music's ended up.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, one of my first placements was back, I think, 2016, just a commercial that I, lucked out on. And I worked my tail off for that because I got a brief. A company needed a song, and I ran home. They needed it within like 8 hours. So I ran home, fully produced a song, sent it off to the publisher that needed it, and they pitched it, and they loved it. And then a few months later, they came back and said, never mind, we're going a different direction. And they said, basically, they want this now. So I wrote another one, and they used it. I ended up getting it anyways with that second song. Funny thing is that first song I wrote, I ended up giving to a different publisher who pitched to TV shows and film, and it was used in Shameless on Showtime, 4 different episodes.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So those are the ones. I never had a placement from a song I just sat and wrote. It was always like this other thing, and it ends up coming up somewhere else. And that the world works in a circle, I guess. Karma paid off.
It's just so cool that you can, someone can go, jump, and you're like, I'll tell you how high you do it, and you get the output, man.
Yeah,
you get the talent to do it.
Right, but you're hearing the successes, the very few out of hundreds that I do.
Sure,
so
that's true, yeah.
But yeah, it's that way. But you just, it's just. Right, keep going, move on, just keep going. one foot in front of the other.
Well, can't wait to hear the next thing that your stuff lands on. And for now, we're just excited to see you live again in Uvalde. It's been a while. Since last fall, maybe?
I just saw a memory pop up. I was here last May.
Last May? Has it been that long? Wow, so almost a year. So it is the return of Weston Ripps tonight, Friday Night Live, here at Broadway 3. We're going to wrap up the interview so Weston can make sure the sound check and the power's working good.
Let's do it.
But yeah, that'll wrap it up here for Friday Night Live. Next week, we do have, I believe, Steve Anthony coming in from Caldwell. And the week after that, we've got J.R. Herrera coming in from San Antonio. The week after that will be Cinco de Mayo. And we've got Richie Bostillo from San Antonio. That's going to be a really cool Cinco de Mayo kind of fiesta here. So check out the full calendar at uvalderadio.net. Click events for Friday Night Live. Thanks to Skyway Entertainment, everybody here at Broadway, for letting us do this thing on the Friday nights. And WestonRipps.com, or is it music.com?
WestonRipps.com.
WestonRipps.com. Y'all find that. Follow him on the socials. You got a TikTok or any of that good stuff too?
There's a few things on there, but yeah, I'm all over the place.
Just click them all. Click them all. Follow them all.
That's it.
And Weston, we are so excited to have you back. All right, man?
All right.
That's going to wrap it up here. Friday Night Live, Broadway 830. We are UvaldeRadio.net.